New at 11, and a man found guilty of killing his wife now claims that he is not mentally competent.
But tonight we're hearing calls from this convicted killer that may make it difficult for him to prove his claim. CBS 4's Carrie Codd has this exclusive.
In early October, Sid Torres was expected to learn his sentence for murdering his wife, Valette. He faces up to life in prison.
Commander-in-Chief, the witch hunt ends here.
But then Torres made some bizarre statements and the hearing ended. Since then, the attorney for Torres, who Torres recently fired, raised questions about Torres' competency, even saying that Torres might not have been competent to stand trial back in July when a jury found him guilty of second-degree murder. Questioning the sanity of a convicted defendant during sentencing is an unusual move, says legal analyst Eric Schwartzreich, who's a defense attorney and not affiliated with the Torres case.
But it will be difficult to go back and try and say, well, even if he's incompetent now, how do we know? The million-dollar question is was he competent at the time of trial?
Broward County, Maine jail.
Broward County prosecutors recently placed into evidence phone calls that Torres made from jail during the time of his trial and in the weeks leading to his trial.
I don't have any grudge against the detectives or the lawyers or my own attorney or anything. It's God's will.
Torres also speaks about mundane things.
All the clothing that they're in the house. All right, you guys can just give it away.
In the calls, which are mostly in Spanish, Torres talks about religion.
I'm in the hands of God. He's the only one, nobody else.
He talks a bit about his trial, like the clothes he's going to wear, the process of the case, and jury selection.
I think they're going to finish tomorrow, soon.
He speaks of being a bit sad and his gratitude for his family.
Thank you for being my friend, my companion, my counsel, for everything.
During the hours of calls that were released, the conversations appear to be normal. Torres' former defense attorney argued in a court motion that Torres experienced auditory hallucinations back in March, but there were no competency concerns raised prior to trial. Legal analyst Eric Schwartzreich.
The state wants to be able to demonstrate that Mr. Torres was competent during trial, so they're going to go back and they're going to release these jail calls and they're going to examine, and you bet your bottom dollar that they're going to listen to every one of them and present them to the court.
Sid Torres is due back in court later this month. In Fort Lauderdale, Carrie Codd, CBS 4 News Tonight.